That one right down. That. Realistically.
Black bars and yellow?
No, that's fine. Okay, this is good. You can turn the sound up there. Okay. I think this is it. Okay. Welcome. Yep, we have started. Hi, guys. It's Jack Malacco for Beardbrand. Glad you can join us. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I don't care when you're watching. I'm just glad that you're here. All right? No, that's fine. Okay, this is good. You can turn the sound up there. Okay. All right, there we go. I think this is it. Okay. Josh, can you turn that sound off on there?
Yep, we have started. Hi.
There we go. There we go. All right.
A little bit echo there, guys. Sorry.
Yep, we're all good. No worries. All right, welcome, everyone. This is the Beardbrand live stream for this week. I'll be your host, Jack Malacco. Let me just open up my coconut water. I've never had one of these before. This is awful. Okay, let's run through the schedule. First of all, as always, we're going to be doing our giveaway. The link to that is down in the description. You can check that out right there. Go ahead, give us three things. We want your name, we want your email address, and we want your YouTube channel. Guys, I can't stress this enough. Give us your YouTube channel name, because when we call your name out at the end of the stream, if we do not have your YouTube channel name, it's going to be a pain in the butt, man. Okay, so give us your YouTube channel name. Sometimes that ends up just being your real name, whatever. Make sure that you just put that in there. That makes it a lot easier for us when we call your names. Okay, and as always, there's going to be 3 winners. You'll have the chance to win one of $50 gift cards to beardbrand.com. On top of that, you got to be here till the end of the stream, okay? So I don't care if you just open the stream right now, fill out the giveaway, keep the stream open, and then come back at the end. You know, we're going to end about 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So if you want to come around right around then, see if you won, that's fine by me. You just need to come back then, because we're going to be calling out your name. And if you're not here, you can't win. All right? Cool. Let's go through the schedule. So it's going to be a little bit more laid back this time. I know we had Carlos in here. He has gone back to England. We're hoping to get him back out here pretty soon. I mean, he's going to be in America full time eventually, but hopefully that will be sooner than later. Mahesh has also gone back to the UK. So for all you guys in the comments that have been asking, has he moved permanently out here to start cutting hair? No. He was just here for Celebration by Beardbrand. Those videos were filmed, I'd say about 2 weeks ago now, and we're just kind of releasing them as they come out, okay? Cool. So for the schedule today, we're going to talk about some upcoming launches, because I know all you guys that are in the live stream, you guys get to have a little bit of the secrets spilled for you, you know, you get a little bit of inside information that the normal crowd doesn't get. So we're going to go through some upcoming launches, things that we've talked about last week, but if you weren't here last week, we'll just go over them again. Then we will be getting into style consultations. Josh, my main man behind the computer, has lovingly picked out, I believe,
20-ish, yeah.
20-ish, yeah, 20-ish guys to bring up on today's live stream. We'll give them some consultations, whether it be for their beards, their hair, their clothing, if they are wearing any. You know, some guys are shirtless. That's all good. So we'll do that, and then finally we'll do some question and answer, as we always do, and then we'll pull the winners, and we'll get out of here. Trying to do a little bit under the hour. I've got to go out to a meeting after this and learn all about sea salt spray, so I'm going to try and keep this a little bit speedier than normal. Okay? Right on, my man. Gong is not in here, by the way. So if you're hoping to hear the gong, maybe that'll come in at some point else. But besides that, guys, if you're just joining us, don't forget to do the link in the description for the giveaway. And let's get right into it, my man. We're going to talk about some upcoming launches. Oh my gosh. Why does anyone drink coconut water? That is awful. I paid like $4 for that too. Okay. So first things first, we've got the Silverline Wash and Softener. It's been out of stock for some time, but it's back and it's better than ever, and it's going to be coming out in April is what I've been told. So if you don't know, now you know. Silverline Wash and Softener is coming back in April. I don't think much has changed other than the fact that it's going to be back and available for you guys to put into your beards and do whatever you want with it, man. Here's one thing I should mention. It's going to be a 3.4 ounce versus the 2 ounce, which it was before. That is still within travel size, I believe, and price will reflect that. So again, you know, because it's bigger, you probably pay like, I don't know, a few dollars more. But that, again, is just to reflect that you're getting more now. So it's not like we're trying to scam you out of any money. All right, cool. Besides that, the pocket comb and the large comb are coming back real soon. That's coming in April as well. And I showed these last week, but if you didn't get the chance to see, I was given 2 prototypes here. Let me just take them out of their protective cases so you guys can check these out. We have new designs on them, new acetate. So what I've been told is every time that the combs will relaunch, they're supposedly supposed to have some new acetate designs. So we'll see how true that is when they, if these ones ever run out. But for right now, here is going to be the large one. You got that cool, I believe that's called Havana. And then we've got, I believe that is marble, gray marble, I believe is the name of it. I blank out whenever I get on camera. But yeah, so those are the 2 new ones. You can look for those in April. Coming real soon in that new acetate. There's a little bit of a new design in there. We'll see if you can't find that out when you pick one up, my man. But listen here, so if in fact it does end up being a sort of situation where they change acetate every single time they come out, it's gonna be like a collector's thing. Like you'll have something that no one else has. So be sure to get those as soon as they come out. They're coming out in April, okay? As well as the wash and softener. And then finally, we are gonna be doing the Gold Line Styling Balm. That is finally gonna be coming out in April as well. I don't have too many details on that. That one's more of a hush-hush secret for you guys that watch the live stream. So that will be coming out real soon in April. Guys, we're coming up on April. Holy cow, this year is going by so fast. Okay, so those are our 3 launches. 2 of them are relaunches, and one of them is a brand new launch. So April's going to be a good month for launches, guys. Keep your wallets ready, my man. It's going to be a good time. So besides that, if you're just joining us, welcome, of course. And don't forget that the link to the giveaway is in the description. At the end of the thing, as always, we'll have the opportunity for you to win one of 3 $50 gift cards to the Beardbrand website, okay? Go ahead and fill that out. And oh, my whiteness is like pulling that away. So check that out. Give us your name, your email address, and your YouTube name. Please give us your YouTube name. It makes it so much easier to call you out at the end. All right? That being said, let us get into the style consultation. All right, Josh, you ready? Do you want to introduce yourself real quick, Josh? You want to show the camera? Yeah.
Let's come on over here.
So there's Josh over in the dungeon behind the camera.
Back here.
And hey, man, we also have a new guest here. We got the new hire. This is Artie. Say hello. There he is.
What's up, people?
Hey.
Part of the Beardbrand fam.
It's always good to have another bearded guy on the channel, man. So he is going to be joining us for this live stream, just as Justin was about 2 weeks ago. We're getting a lot of new people in here, man. All right, anyway, so let us get into the style consultations, okay? We got about 20 of them, and we'll get into that right about now. There we go, first one on deck. You know what my first thought is when I see this guy, and I honestly do not mean this in like a mean way. I think this is like just an accurate description. Is this guy kind of reminds me of the guy from Game of Thrones?
Samuel Tarly.
Yeah, he reminds me a little bit of Sam from Game of Thrones, like the actual actor outside of the show, because in the show they kind of make him look a little bit different than he does in real life. But yeah, this guy reminds me a little bit of Sam. He's got a good style going on. With the beard, it's a little bit wispy, and with the mustache, it's a little bit wispy. So that's one thing that you want to keep in mind. Whenever you're growing a beard out like this, it usually typically won't go up onto the cheek much more, at least not right now. This guy looks like he's younger, probably in his 20s, mid-20s to late 20s, or maybe even early 20s. So again, maybe not all the hormones are firing yet to go up onto the full cheek line, and maybe they never will. So that's something that this guy wants to keep in mind while he's growing out his beard, if he continues to do it. But one thing that I would suggest is if you're going to rock that kind of thing, when they get wispy like that, I think that a tighter beard works better with these wispy kind of hairs. It just looks a little bit neater, especially if you're going to rock your hair kind of more natural like he is. It works better to have that, you know, a little bit closer cropped in, especially on the beard area, especially in that chin strap area. You can rock a really nice, neat chin strap right there. I don't think that he should trim the mustache at all, unless he wants to. I don't, oh, can you go back to that, Josh? I'm sorry.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, no worries. So I would say that he should continue to grow the mustache out, see how long he can really get it. That will not be the anchor of his beard right now. I talk about the anchor for beards a lot. That can either be your mustache, if you grow a big, long mustache, kind of like Eric. I personally don't have that as my anchor. My anchor would be this area right here. You can kind of see that that's the part that grows the farthest, so I let that be the focal point of my beard. For this guy, the chin strap, the entire thing itself is kind of consistent, so I would keep that as his focal point or his anchor, okay? In terms of the hair, because he's rocking a more wispy beard, I would either leave that natural if you're going to bring the chin strap in tighter, but if you want to leave the chin strap a little bit wispier or you want to see how long it can actually get, I would suggest bringing the hair in a little bit closer. Right now, I finally got myself a fade. I know I thought I'd never do that, but if this guy wants to go for a fade, I think he's got the hair for it. He's got nice thick hair up there, so I think that he could really rock something that's got a good amount of density on top. I would bring those sides in and rock something a little bit kind of closer cropped on the top in kind of more of a military fade fashion. I think it would look pretty cool, especially because the head is a bit rounder with that. You want to emphasize something that has a little bit more of a square in there. You know, you want to work with shapes. If your beard is round and your face is round, just like in today's video that we did, you're going to want more of a squarish haircut, okay? Do we have any more pictures of this guy, by the way?
No, that's just the other one.
Okay, let's move on then. So for this guy, those are my suggestions, and let us move on.
1 second.
Oh, God. I mean, really, why do people drink coconut water? I like coconuts, but that's...
So bougie of you.
Yeah, I've never had that before. I do not like that.
Austin.
All right. Okay, here we go for this guy. Man, this is one of those ones where I feel like I've got some beard envy because I'm a big guy that thinks that mustaches are awesome, and I'm not blessed with a big old mustache. So with this guy, I really like his style immediately. The only thing that I could suggest, honestly, would be to grow out those cheeks a bit more. So it seems as though he's got good density, but it gets a bit thinner as he gets into the cheek. You can see that it gets shorter as he goes up towards where the sideburn becomes. I believe this is the result of him getting a few trims. This looks like a pretty barbered beard, which is cool. I really dig that. Honestly, I'll probably wear something similar to this after the year challenge. The mustache is absolutely his anchor, which is great. I like that he does that. And Josh, can you make that full screen again? I'm sorry, man.
No, I'm just trying to fix the chat so everyone sees it.
Sorry. There we go. But like I said, I would let that beard grow out a little bit more in the cheeks. Make sure that he keeps getting that blended so that it kind of gets a little bit more consistent. He does have the potential to have a very long and large beard. If he wants to go for that, I would say he should, because he's got that kind of like, almost like Lord of the Rings-y kind of like dwarven beard. It's amazing. With the mustache, I would suggest getting that into a more of a handlebar. It looks like, it kind of looks like Jeff Boncristiano's a little bit. And I would get a little bit of wax in there. Make that a showman mustache a little bit, you know, play with that. The hair, that's honestly perfect. I wouldn't touch that. This guy really understands his style very well. And I think for fashion-wise, any sort of military-inspired stuff would do him really well, because he's got a very military style. Almost a World War I German kind of look about him, especially with that mustache. If he curled that up into a bit of a handlebar, he could very much go for a very showy kind of thing. And I think that would be great for him. So if he wants to fully commit to that, get something in olive. Olive would look great. He's got a nice red skin tone, which would contrast very well against the reddishness of his face. He's got a lot of natural red tones in there. So anything olive would work very well for him. All right? Sweet. Let us keep going, my dude. Oh, this guy is sideways. There we go. Perfect. Sweet. Okay, so this guy, let's see. I do like his style. I think that he could have the potential to have a bit thicker of a beard. Let's see. Yeah, so his mustache definitely looks like he could take off. And I am always a big proprietor or a big pusher of big mustaches. I think they look great on a lot of guys. And I think they've come really into fashion again. You know, if the beard ever goes out of fashion, I think the mustache will be in fashion when the beard isn't for a while. And we might see something like the scruffy goat take over. But for this guy, I would honestly rock something a bit bigger. Maybe even the scruffy goat, which is, you know, big old mustache, nice good chin area, and then bringing those sides down into stubble. I think that would look pretty cool on him. But he does have an oval-shaped face, so you want to be careful with something like the scruffy goat, which can almost accentuate an oval face. It works better for guys who have more of a square face because it's a little bit more of an oval in and of itself. So that's one thing he wants to keep in mind. So if he's going to go for a circle beard or a scruffy goat, I wouldn't necessarily keep the same hairstyle he would have. I would get something a little bit more square with the hairstyle. And he does have high temples like myself. I don't know if you can see that on camera very well. So that's naturally going to be something that plays into... What's that?
You want to show off those high temples?
Yeah, man. You can see those high temples right there. Got a little Jude Law or Hugo Weaving going on, man. So he's got this guy has something very similar to what I have in terms of that. And that's going to be something he will probably always have if it doesn't go back even further. So keep an eye on that. I would suggest growing that out a bit and brushing it to the side, which will create more of a square shape on top and kind of take away that ovalness. Yeah, the oval shape. Also, couldn't find my words there for a second. But in terms of the glasses, he does have very rectangular glasses, but I would almost go even further, you know? Get something a little bit more dramatic with that rectangle to really play off of that oval shape of the face and the oval shape of the beard right now. Again, with those high temples, that goes with that as well. Do we have another picture of this guy? I think we had one more of him. No, sorry. Okay, so again, yeah, maybe something a little bit more dramatic with those frames. They are good looking, but if he was to take his style one step further, I would suggest something that contrasts a little bit more. Maybe even clear frames would look very cool in this guy. I think those have become really fashionable lately, and I think it'd be something that he might want to jump on. So hope that that helps with this guy. Right on. Let's get into the next one. Wow, look at this guy. Oh, this guy looks like a guy that I used to follow on Vine, actually. Funny enough. Wow, remember Vine? I'm dating myself right there. I do like this guy's beard a lot. He's got a good taper into that beard from his fade. It almost looks like it's growing out from a bit of an undercut that he's got going on top. Right away, let's go into the hair, though. I would bring that in a bit closer on top. With that style that he's got brushed up there, it's a bit natural looking that he's wearing right now. I would make that a bit more dramatic because the beard in of itself kind of grows in a similar fashion to mine or to a lot of other guys that have Italian genes in their beard growing skills. So with the more natural beard, you want something that's a little bit more dramatic with your haircut or with whatever you're doing with your fashion. Because again, it's a game of contrasting. So I would crop that in a little bit tighter on top. Keep to the side. Go for almost, again, kind of like a, let's say, not a full-on military, but a bit farther than a military. I think something to the effect of, if you know Jon Bernthal, who plays the Punisher right now on Netflix, a bit like his, but grow it out even a bit more. This guy's got straighter hair than Jon Bernthal. So if this guy is watching right now, that might help out. A couple guys are asking right now where they can send in their pictures. That is style@beardbrand.com. If you guys want to keep sending these in, we review them sometimes on camera, and other times our guy Sylvester will help you out. And you know what? In the future, hopefully we can get him in on these streams, or we might do a series with him eventually. So either way, you can keep sending those in to style@beardbrand.com, and we'll see what we can do from there. All right? Do we have any more pictures of this guy, Josh?
Nope.
That's too bad. Anyway, so with this guy, let's see.
This guy has 2 photos that
He has 2 photos. Can we see both of them real quick? Okay, cool. So let's go back to that front one. Okay, so first of all, this guy is rocking the, kind of like with the guy before him, he's rocking the natural beard and the natural haircut, which is cool. But if he wants to take his style one step further, like we've been doing, we've been suggesting, I'm tempted to leave the hair alone because I do like the hair. It's got very cool shapes going on in there. It's almost got a very Victorian kind of, Jane Eyre or Pride and Prejudice kind of style going on. If he even took a little bit of cream, like a styling balm, push that back in the front growth a little bit, I think that could look very nice. So maybe take advantage of some styling balm, man. Push that back a little bit. Rock that full-on Victorian style. I think that would look very cool. And to complement that, you're going to want to go with a more neat beard style. I know that you may be growing it out right now. Hell, you may even be going for the beard. But if you want to take my advice, I would say that I would bring that into your classic Van Dyke with this guy. Or, you know what? You could even do a combo of some longer sideburns. Bring them about to just where you see where his beard naturally becomes a little bit fluffier from the side. That's where I would bring it down to. Make sure those things are long and dramatic. Shave down those sides in this area right here. Rock the Van Dyke with some longer sideburns and go for that full-on dramatic style. I think that would look very cool. I like his style. He's got kind of that hipstery thing going on, which is very cool. It would look very fitting with that sort of situation. And it would be a neat on neat kind of situation, with neat hair and a neat beard. But at the same time, there's that little tiny sprinkling of naturalness to the hair because he wouldn't be cutting it. He would just be pushing it back a little bit with the styling balm. Can we hit it from the side? There we go. Yeah, so absolutely, you can see where those sideburns want to stop right about that dark area, or it starts to become the beard at the jawline. That's where I would bring those sideburns down to. If you don't want to do that, that's totally fine. You can bring those all the way up to about the midsection of your ear, and then you are good to go. Are you sending me questions?
No.
Oh, okay, no worries. Cool. All right, let's get on to the next one. Oh, this guy's sideways again.
Let's get that fixed then.
Let's get this guy turned right side up. Again, guys, if you are just joining us, we are doing style consultations right now, and if you did not know, I am about to inform you, we have our giveaway going on down in the description. So go ahead and fill that out. Give us your name, your email address, and your YouTube channel name, and you will have the chance to win one of 3 $50 gift cards to the Beardbrand website. Okay, we'll be doing that at the end, so be sure to stick around as always. We're going to be ending in about 30 minutes, we'll say, 35 minutes. Go a little bit shorter than normal, but other than that, we'll get back into the style consultations. After this, we're going to go into the question and answer. So save any questions if you have any for the end after we do the style consultation. We'll get through a couple more of these and then we'll go ahead and do that towards the end of this. Okay, so with this guy, again, he's got kind of an oval squarish shape going on. So, I'm tempted to, did he have one from the side, by the way? Yeah, there we go. I'm stumped on this one a little bit.
He might have more.
Nope. Oh, that's someone else.
Just those two.
Okay, so just these two? So with this guy, I would suggest he tries growing the hair back out on the side. Because with the hairstyle that he's doing, he is essentially emphasizing the shape of his head, which can be good. But if he doesn't want to do that, if he wants to go for a little bit more of a contrast, like I've been talking about, I would try getting his hair a little bit longer and going for something. He's got pretty fine hair, so he could do something potentially like an executive contour, where he would end up pushing that back, you know, doing a little bit of the side part, that old school kind of 1940s, 1950s style. I think that would be a nice addition to his beard, which is very well kept, actually. I really like that. The neckline's a little bit farther down, and I can see where he's been shaving it in that second picture, but overall, I think he keeps that beard very nice and neat. I don't know if he wants to continue to grow it out. I can kind of see where it would go, though, if he continued to grow it out. It seems as though it would puff out, so he's got very curly growth naturally, so I would say that he would potentially want to keep that tidy as his hair grows out, if he were to let that grow out on the sides. And with that, you know, this guy can't go wrong with the classic polo. I think this guy's got a very good style for a polo kind of shirt situation, kind of a preppier style. If he were to go for the what's it called, the executive contour, I think it would go very well. Keep looking in the comments. You guys are all fighting in there. That's a little bit weird. Keep it down, guys. Be nice to each other. Okay, let's see that second picture of this guy real quick. Yeah, okay. So if he were to grow it out, he's got a pretty low cheek line, which comes naturally right to his little mustache point, which is great. That's very lucky. Makes for a very nice, neat beard. I would continue to just keep it at the length that he has because I do like that length. Maybe grow the mustache out a tiny bit more, but I would leave the beard itself at the length that it is and then grow out the hair. For fashion, I would suggest, you know, your classic polo shirt would be very nice. Okay, let's move on. This man
has 4 pictures.
This guy has 4 pictures. Do we have one that's not shirtless? There we go.
Oh, but he's twisted.
Let's flip this guy right side up and let's see what this guy's going on. Oh, let's see.
Yeah, I'm getting there.
We're getting there. I can just turn my head in the meantime. There we go. Cool. I like this guy's situation. So this guy's got a very fine beard, like a very straight beard, like Greg's. I'm immediately reminded of Greg's, especially in the chin area. It comes in very similar to his. It actually looks like it comes in a bit stronger than Greg's on the side. Greg's cheeks are actually deceiving a little bit. You would think they look a lot thicker on camera sometimes, and when you see him in real life, it's actually, he keeps them very tight. Let's see. So again, with him, I would suggest a button down. With this sort of situation, I would let that mustache grow out a little bit more, put that into a handlebar, slick that hair back for a very nice executive contour style, okay? I think rocking it down nice is cool, but if you want to add a little bit more style to there, you've got a nice slick back going on, okay? Right on. Let's keep it going. Oh.
Oh, back to the other way.
Oh.
I rotated too soon.
Too soon. Okay.
This guy has 3 photos.
This guy has 3 photos. Cool. First of all, I would suggest, because the mustache comes in a bit thinner and a bit wispier, and the neck comes in very, very strong, I would bring that very close cropped in. I would bring it in much closer than he has it right now. Because what can happen when you have that sort of situation is, I would encourage guys to grow whatever they have, but from a stylistic standpoint, I think a very closer, neater beard will look much better on this guy, especially if he's going to rock a more natural beard, and if he's going to wear t-shirts all the time and sort of like keep a casual kind of situation going on. I think a neater beard would complement his style much better. Even if he wanted to go for more of a Van Dyke style, he almost has like a James McAvoy look about him. Okay, can we see those other pictures of this guy? Is it the same guy?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so it looks like it will have good growth eventually, but right now it looks like it's coming in, it's struggling to come in a little bit, especially in density parts. So I would take that into the Van Dyke. I think a partial beard would be very, very good for this guy's style. Do we have the other picture of the side? Yeah, there we go. Yep. Again, that just reiterates right there. I would make that a hard part on that, or a hard line for those sideburns right there, right at the mid-ear, and bring that down to a Van Dyke. Maybe even trim up the chin hair just a little bit so that it matches the mustache a little bit more. Because the mustache, again, is going to be his biggest struggle. Cool. Shall we? Good color on this guy. There we go. Great mustache, too. Cool. So, this guy, immediately, I'm reminded of Tom Hardy's mustache, which is my role model mustache, which I don't think I'll ever have, personally. But, for this guy, I would suggest that if he wants to change up his style, if he doesn't want to go for the beard fully, this guy could potentially very much benefit from a scruffy goat. Again, take those sides down in, maybe even disconnect it a little bit and shave these parts in, and you could have sort of the Van Dyke almost situation mixed with the scruffy goat. It would look great on this guy. But if he wanted to, he does look like he has the genetics to grow a longer beard. But if he wants to keep it the way he is, that's great because he has it neat. And again, because the hair looks a little bit messier, if he's going to be wearing hats all the time, a neat beard goes better with the messy hairstyle. And again, if you're going to be wearing t-shirts and more casual clothing, that works very well with that, okay? Let's get into the next guy.
Which is this guy.
This guy, rock on, man.
Oh.
Uh-oh, we lost him.
He's there.
He's there, but oh boy, he's been gone. Uh-oh.
Is it frozen? What happened?
There we
go.
There we are. Cool.
Is it just slow now?
I might be going a little bit slower. All right, there we go.
There we go. It was paused.
There we are.
Fixed it.
Cool. We're back in action. So with this guy, it looks like he has some density problems right there, right off the bat. It's not coming in completely to the chin and not completely coming into the mustache, which is absolutely fine. When guys first start growing out their beards, I mean, this guy could be well into his late 20s. Sometimes it just doesn't happen right away, and sometimes it just never happens. Accepting our style is one of the biggest things you guys need to keep in mind. We have to be comfortable with what we are, and we have to understand what we can grow and what we can't grow. With this guy, immediately, his beard will not grow like the guy we showed before. So, to give some advice to what he has, it looks like he's got the mustache is coming in pretty well, and I think he could wear that with sideburns. A little bit comes in on the chin. I think we have a few more pictures of this guy. Can we see a few more? Yeah, so it comes in a little bit on the chin. If he wants to wear sort of a tightly kept chin hair kind of situation, keep the mustache trimmed in with a Van Dyke sort of situation, that will work very well. You see a lot of Asian guys wearing this style, and it looks fantastic. I really, really like that style. But I would not encourage him to try and grow out the hair underneath. I would suggest that he works with what he has right now, and if in the future those follicles start to come in and the beard starts coming a bit thicker and fuller and denser in all of his face, then I would encourage him to try growing out the full beard. But for right now, I would suggest shaving the underneath, keeping the Van Dyke style nice and neat, growing it out in the mustache and chin if you want, but wearing longer sideburns. And really play on the strengths of your beard. If you're going to let it go more natural, though, with that Van Dyke style, I would suggest bringing in the hair a little bit. Fade is very popular right now. It looks great. This guy has an oval, well, not even an oval, but more of almost like a heart shape or triangular face. And something like that could accentuate it a little bit, but if it's done right, I think a fade could look really nice on this guy. Maybe even a blend. Okay? Very nice. Oh, this guy reminds me of, what is the character's name in Black Panther that Andy Serkis plays? I can't remember. I have a little bit of facial blend.
Claw.
Claw. This guy reminds me of Claw in a way. Great beard, first of all. Cheek line goes all the way to the top, which is nice. Not like my own. You can see these dips. But I think this guy rocks the big beard very well. Do we have a front-on version of this guy?
Front? No, I think that's... No, there it is.
Oh, there it is. Okay. So it's a very different situation from the top. From the side, it almost looks like a completely different guy. So he's got a little bit of discoloring like Carlos has in the front. I would not encourage to dye that. I think that looks really cool. I think you should keep that. I think anytime a beard has different colors in it, and this applies to anything, whether you have a red beard or a blonde beard, or even if it comes in completely white in certain areas, I would say rock that. I think it looks cool. It adds character to your beard because every single beard is unique, and if you have the exact same beard that every single other dude has, guys, what's the point? You're going to look exactly like everyone else. Your beard is your own thing, man, just as your own personality is your own thing. So I would suggest keeping those whiter hairs. It looks really good. For the glasses, because this guy has a very square or rectangular face, I think he would benefit from wearing more oval-shaped glasses or even a more circular glasses. Maybe even horn-rimmed would look great with him. With the hair, I would bring that in a bit closer, almost more like in a buzz cut kind of way. Because it's so curly on top, it almost looks like it was part of something bigger, which is not anymore. So I would bring that in even closer on top. All right, let's keep it going.
Gotta rotate that.
Gotta rotate him. Rotation. Cool. So this guy is rocking a fade with a almost a side part in a way. It's side swept, lower cheek line, strong mustache, almost reminded of David Tennant in a way with that beard. He wears it well. This guy would benefit greatly if he wanted to change up his beard style with a circle beard. Extremely good growth in the mustache and the goatee area.
He has more photos as well.
Does he have more photos? Can we see a couple more? Oh, that's cool on the side. I like that. Okay. So honestly, I'm tempted to just say keep the hairstyle as it is. And if you wanted to go ahead and try out a different beard style, the circle beard would be great. You could even drop that cheek line even lower down and rock sort of a gladiator style beard. If you want an example of that, John Goodman in The Big Lebowski rocks a beard like that. So if you want to try it out, go for it. If not, I think the circle beard would look great on this guy because he's got very defined jawline, very defined brow. He's got a lot of structure going on his face, so that definitely benefits. And again, he has the strong mustache. If he wants to grow out the mustache a little bit more, I would encourage that. Always do. I think it's in fashion right now. In terms of the shirt, a lot of patterns on that. That's pretty cool. I would suggest even more of a minimalistic approach with the shirts. I think it's cool, but minimalism is in right now, and I think that he would greatly benefit from a minimalistic button down. Okay? Sweet.
And then, yeah.
Good growth underneath as well. Continuing. Sweet. All right, let's take a look at this guy with artsy black and white, rocking the V-neck. Okay, so first of all, I would suggest bringing in the sides a bit more on that haircut. I think you could benefit from a bit of a tighter haircut with a little bit more product on the top. Sort of not as wet looking as the guy before. That guy was using more of almost like a pomade or kind of a Sumo Tech by Bumble and Bumble kind of situation to get sort of a fiber texture to his hair. With this guy, he's got very curly, kind of thick hair, so he could benefit from using paste in that hair. With that mustache, this guy has got to try out the curls. He's got to try out the handlebar. I think he's got a mustache made for that, and he could rock a very cool kind of like, almost like medieval knight kind of, one of the Knights of the Round Table kind of situation with that. Again, a little bit of discoloration in the beard at the bottom. I would suggest to keep that. It gives a character. I like that. In terms of fashion, it's always so hard to tell when guys are just wearing a t-shirt. I mean, I say that as a guy who's just wearing a t-shirt right now. So I would suggest maybe trying to get a little bit more of a button down with short sleeves for this guy. I think would look really well. Maybe even a floral print on there. If you want some suggestions or inspirations, check out Carlos Costa's Instagram feed. That is Ralk_80, okay? Right on. Why don't we keep moving on?
I think there's 2 photos of this one as well.
Can we see the other one real quick? Okay, so this guy just sent us pictures of his beard, which is totally fine. That's absolutely fine. Can we see that side one again? Cool. So this guy is rocking a red beard, which is very rare. I like those beards. Low cheek line, kind of a Conor McGregor sort of situation. Ooh, I'm tempted to suggest to try shaving off the mustache and rocking either a chin strap or a goatee, almost inspired by Conor McGregor. I think that would look very cool on this guy. I can't go so much off of his hair because I can't see it. I can see just a little tiny bit of it. For him, I would say take inspiration from Conor McGregor. He's a very fashionable guy. He's a very interesting guy. So if you want to use him as your style role model, that might be a good situation for this guy. But can we see that front version? That being said, if you wanted to rock a mustache, I would suggest to let it grow as long as it can possibly grow. I want to see how long that can get because it does look like it has potential. It's a bit smaller than his beard, but I know that situation very well. That hits very close to home as a guy who doesn't rock a very big mustache. But again, he's going to be dealing with blonde mustache. It's going to be lighter than his beard, so he has to keep that in mind, that if and when he grows out the mustache, he's going to have to keep an eye on the beard because that will get bigger and look bigger as he grows it out, okay? Why don't we move on? Cool.
Rotate again.
Oh, these guys are sideways.
Nope, wrong.
Guys, if you're just joining us now, we're doing some style consultations. We're going to be doing some question and answers after this. Save your questions for the end. If you want to submit pictures for next time or for our guy Sylvester to give you some style advice, that is style@beardbrand.com. Again, that is style@beardbrand.com. You can go ahead and send us your pictures, and maybe we will feature them on new streams, okay? Or our guy Sylvester can get back to you at some point, or myself. Maybe I'll get in on there at some point. Cool. So with this guy, I am immediately tempted to say, because he has a more oval face, I would go for a more square haircut, whether that be a high taper fade, which he looks like he has to a situation. I would not pomp it up as much as he has. I would have that lay a bit flatter to create more of a contrast with the round beard and the rounder face. I'll button up the shirt one more. It's a good look, but I think that this guy would benefit from having that button go one more up. But that's a great beard. First of all, the mustache is the centerpiece. Again, with that goatee area, it comes in very strong. I would grow it down a bit more because it looks like it has the potential to be a very nice big beard. I would wear that a little bit longer. And again, keep that hair down a little bit more, and that will be a nice contrast piece to the round beard. Okay? Let's keep on going. This is the same guy?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's do one more, and then we can probably get into some question and answer. Okay?
And this guy has 3 photos.
Okay, so this will be our last style consultation of this stream because we are actually almost out of time. Wow, we're going fast. Wow. Looks like when I twirl my mustache, it's great. I actually really like that when guys do this kind of style with their mustache. I think it looks very cool. For him, I would suggest right away with the beard, I would let that grow down into a point so that you can really accentuate the showman kind of beard style. I think it's very cool. I wish that more guys took advantage of this and be more courageous with the styles of their beards. I think it's very cool when people try new things with their style, especially when it comes to facial hair, because realistically, I mean, guys, it's like your hair. Be adventurous with it. It'll like 99% of the time grow back. Okay, I can't say 100% of the time because sometimes it will not grow back as you get older, but with this guy, try the beard out. Get that nice and pointy. Get that kind of supervillain look going on. I think it'll complement that mustache very, very well. T-shirts are cool. If you want to go for the cool hipster vibe kind of situation, he's got the beanie sort of situation. I do like that style. It's very cool. If I would suggest anything, though, I think this... Do we have more pictures of this guy? Oh,
Yes.
That's the same guy? Wow. Holy cow, man. Cool.
Is it really?
Wow. Okay. So this guy... Are you sure it's the same guy?
Yeah, it's included in the same.
Holy cow. So this guy has been adventurous with his beard and mustache. He does have a bit of a Tom Hardy growth going on. He's got much thicker lines than Tom Hardy does. Tom Hardy doesn't grow a very big beard. But that mustache comes in very well. I would honestly suggest wearing it like I saw in that first picture. I thought that looked really cool. But if, however, he goes ahead and wears it like this, man, try out that scruffy goat. Shave in that line. Go for the... Embrace that Tom Hardy lookalike kind of situation. Use him as your style role model because that you can really kind of swagger jack this guy. All right. So go for that. Base your style on Tom Hardy. He's a very fashionable guy, very handsome guy, and you can take some notes from him. All right? Right on. Let's keep it going, dude. I like his little, oh, okay. We'll do one. I'm sorry, I said that was the last one. We'll do one. This will be the last one, and then we'll get into the question and answer. All right? Sorry about that. Sweet. This guy actually sent us a bunch of pictures, right?
I just included 2. But yes.
Oh, okay, you included 2. Okay, yeah, it was like the same picture, but like zoomed in.
Yeah.
Cool. Steve, if you're asking how to send in pictures, it's style@beardbrand.com. Okay, so for this guy, mustache is coming a bit thinner, and the bottom is coming out a bit like mine, where it's very curly, it's very dense, and it kind of wants to do its own thing. For this guy, if he doesn't want to cut it, what he can do is, because I've experienced this myself, is incorporate the use of a comb with the large teeth, you know, like this, like we make, just coming back pretty soon, and a blow dryer. When it's wet, after you hop out of the shower in the morning, get a little bit of beard oil in there, or a little bit of utility balm, whichever is your poison. Throw a little bit of that into your beard and just work it down, okay? You're gonna wanna bring that into more of a round shape so that it's not fluffing out as much. It'll bring you a lot more shape. You wear your hair very neat. I don't suggest anything with the hair. I actually really enjoy the hair. He's got a great hairline. If you wanted to bring that a little bit on the sides, that's completely fine, but not every guy needs to wear a fade. That's completely fine. But with the beard, I would suggest the use of that hair dryer and the comb. All right? And with that being said, why don't we get into some questions, okay? Can we bring me back into full screen, Josh?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, there we are. Sweet. Okay, so let us now answer some questions, okay? I may go back and look at some of the ones you've asked before, but if you want to submit some questions now would be the time. We're going to pull the names or the winners in about 5 minutes, and then we'll get those, and then we'll be out of here in about 15 minutes, okay? Josh, do you have the little, put your answers down on the thing?
Yeah. Put your questions.
Put your questions?
I do.
Cool. Let me go back to the top, and I can answer some questions. The biggest question that keeps getting asked throughout this entire thing is, how do you submit pictures for us to talk about on the air? That is style@beardbrand.com. All right. Again, that is style@beardbrand.com. Okay. And let us see. Andrew Clark asks, unfortunately, I had to shave my beard for work. What should I do? With this, we get this question quite a bit. We actually have made a handful of videos about this in the past. A couple different guys on the channel have done them. For what I would suggest personally, it's about the stages and communication. So first of all, I don't necessarily think that you'll be able to grow out an enormous beard like, say, mine or Greg's or even Jeff's or Carlos's right away. You need to be clear with your supervisors and your coworkers and whoever you're working with that you want a certain style. If they don't want to let you go for the style, why don't you show them some of the different beard styles? We've got different pictures and different files that you can show them. You can show them examples. You can pull up a celebrity and show them, I want to go for this style. Know what you can grow, though, and go into it with clear expectations. Because with a beard at a job, you need to be clear, because there is going to be that awkward phase where it's not going to look perfect and it's going to look a little bit scruffy and maybe unkempt to some people. Not everyone is accepting of a beard as we are. So you need to be clear with who you're working with, okay? So that is my suggestion if you've been told to shave for work. Talk with your boss or talk with your coworkers. Let them know what you want, and then go in stages. Maybe you do the mustache first. Maybe do the scruffy goat first. Maybe just rock a circle beard for a while. Show them that you're committing. And then as they become more comfortable with the idea of you wearing a beard, then you may be able to fully commit to the big beard, okay? Let's see what else. Let's see. Do we have any more questions that you've seen immediately, Josh?
No, not that I've...
That's totally fine. Here, let me see if there's any new ones. Here we go. Alex Hag asks, Jack, have you done something special with your beard today? Always looks good, but today, oops, it disappeared. But today is great. Today, I actually filmed a video this morning. Again, I used the Mahesh example of doing the comb with the bigger teeth and the hair dryer. I put a little bit of oil in before I did that, and I just sort of blow dried it into a point, as I normally do. and then I hit it with a little bit of styling balm afterwards. I think the biggest difference now is I've had a haircut since you guys have last seen me. Okay. Oh yeah, and my eyebrow is growing back. Let's go for 2 more questions, and then we'll pull the winners. Will you be able to do that, Josh, or do you want me to pull the winners?
Yeah, I got them.
Cool. Will you pull those at 45?
Mm-hmm.
Right on. I'm in full belief that Jack is descendant of Abraham Lincoln. I don't think so. I'm Italian. Let's see, what else? Oh, here we go. Darren asks, what's the best product for a very curly / mid-length beard that kind of wants to do its own thing? That, my friend, is where styling balm comes into play. I don't believe in completely locking down your hair or your beard. I think using something like pomade is great for hair when you really want to go to like a black tie event or something like that. But I have grown to really like the natural style. I think that you shouldn't necessarily fight nature and you shouldn't really fight your genetics. So with something like the styling balm that we make, you're going to get more of that medium and lightweight, the medium hold with a lightweight feel. And oh, looks like we're getting a little bit of a cameo. Uh-oh. Oh, it's about to get loud, folks. It's about to get loud. So to answer that question and wrap it up real quick, styling balm is a great thing for a beard that wants to do its own thing. But again, use that comb and the hairdryer technique. That'll really help you, okay? And then follow it off with the styling balm at the end, okay?
Is that a question too?
That's a question. Oh, there it is. Oh God, it's about to get loud.
That was a gentle gong.
That wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
I can deal with that. Okay, if they're gonna be like that from now on, I can deal with that.
Friday gong.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I think we almost broke the gong last time. Okay, Josh, why don't we pull some winners?
All right, I'll throw the first one in the chat.
Okay.
It's like a sauna in here. What have y'all been doing?
I know it's warm in here. We turned that air conditioning off so you wouldn't hear it. But man, it is warm in here.
You're trying to slip me out of here.
That guy's not in that guy's not in chat.
We got 4 people in here. Okay, so to answer a quick question, Bernardo asks, is it okay to blow dry with oil in? Won't it fry the hair? Absolutely not. I would suggest that even does a bit better job. I don't like to blow dry my beard without anything in there. Mahesh himself has told me that you want a little bit of a product in there to kind of coat the hair and kind of protect it from the heat. Now, of course, when you're blow drying your hair, you're not going to keep it on high and just destroy your beard with that. You want to lock it in with a little bit of the high, and then once you've got it kind of in shape, hit it with that cold shot. So if you got the cold setting on there on your blow dryer, use that cold setting to your advantage because that's what's really going to keep the style throughout the day. And if you've got a nozzle on there or a little like a end piece that you can put on your blow dryer, that's even better. That will take it even a step further, okay?
Don't have a winner yet because everyone that was picked isn't in the chat, so they can't win.
Oh, that's too bad. Well, that's too bad. Remember, guys, you got to stick around to actually win. Hey, my old partner's in here. Hey, Bobby, how you doing, my man? Okay. Devin asks, what product would you recommend to add volume to a thinner beard? With this, I would suggest not necessarily a product to put in your beard, but yeah, sea salt spray absolutely helps. And I would use that in addition to a round brush. We have a video that Greg made about this a while back, so if you want to check that out, I think it was called like the best hack for a voluminous beard or how to add volume to your beard really quickly. Check that one out. What you want to do is spray a little bit of sea salt spray in there, comb it through, make sure it's all in there evenly, and then get your blow dryer and your round brush and do the opposite way. That will help the beard look a bit thicker and fuller, especially in this cheek area, okay? It's a great video if you want to check it out. Do we have any winners yet?
Yep. Ready?
Right on. Yep, let's hit them with the winners.
Boom.
Boom.
You there?
Who's there?
Mazividis?
I can't pronounce that, but
I butchered it. You there, buddy?
Let's hit him. Let's not hit him, but hang on. Let's hit that guy. Is he in the chat? I don't see him in the chat, man. Oh, there he is. Oh, sweet. Okay, sweet. Right. Congratulations, man. All right, well, ask a couple more questions, and then
you after the stream.
We will get you your stuff after the stream, my dude. Congratulations. Can weight affect my beard? Craig asks this. It can, and mostly what that will affect is the shape of it. So with bigger and heavier guys, sometimes what they will end up doing is they will shave in a neckline too high. You can see a perfect example of this that I like to use is George Lucas. He grew out his beard and he shaved it way too high when he realistically should have let the hair grow down much farther under that sort of the bigger part of his neck underneath. That is the part that can really be of strength to your beard realistically if you let that grow in, and it can add more of a shape. So if you want to see a good example of that, look up George Lucas and then look up George Lucas neckline. That is an example of what you should not do, okay? Right on. Can we do the second one?
Yeah.
Cool.
Give me 2 shapes.
All right, let me look for another question, and we will, Lars?
Remember, you guys got to stay the whole time to win.
Yeah, you guys have to be here to be the winner. Well, except for the first guy. He's already won, so he's good.
Yeah, you can leave.
Yeah, you're good. You can go home.
Yeah.
Dang, those 2 aren't here either. Dang.
All right, you can just re-pick them till they're here.
That's okay.
It's all good, you know. In the meantime, I will answer Hersel's question. Does your mustache get more dense and cover more area as you get older? I have a petite handlebar, but I'm only 21, and I want to know if my tash will ever get beefier. First of all, I love the language that this guy uses. This is great.
Well, that's what everyone in...
Yeah, Gentleman Rogue says his tash. Yes, absolutely. I do. I'm a firm believer in that mustaches typically get bigger as you get older. And one of the reasons that happens is you typically see that your skin gets a little bit stretchier and it droops down a little bit more as you get older. There's more surface area for the mustache, and you're going to see a bit bigger mustache going on. I've noticed this with my own grandfather. I've noticed this with Daniel Day-Lewis, who's a great celebrity that I like to use. Had a very small, kind of wispy mustache when he was in his 30s and 20s. If you look at him now, guy rocks a big old beefy mustache. Okay, so if that is your inspiration, I would say Daniel Day-Lewis, it was your guy to look at, you know?
Speaking of Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah, speaking of Abraham Lincoln. Why are we speaking of Abraham Lincoln?
Because he played Lincoln.
Oh, true. Yeah, he did. Holy cow, I can't believe I forgot about that. Let's see.
Ready for winner number 2?
Yeah, let's go for winner number 2.
All right, winner number 2 is Sahil Shah.
Why don't we just tag him?
That. I butchered your name, and I apologize.
Let's see. I don't see him in the chat, man.
I
don't see your message. Oh, there he is. There he is. Sweet. All right, dude, you will be our second winner. All right. Sweet, my dude. All right, you are winner number 2. We'll get you your stuff afterwards. Let's go 2 more questions, and then we'll do winner number 3, and we will get out of here. Do we still have the gong in there? Sweet.
Yes, we do.
Do you mind hitting that at the very end of the stream?
I gotcha.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna have one more winner at the very end.
Queued up.
Yeah, man. Get it ready, because I'm going to answer a couple more questions, and then we are going to get out of here. Okay, Bro2D2, which is a great name, by the way. He asks, I'm trying to go for the circle beard, but my mustache is thinner than the rest of my beard. My beard is really red, so it's very obvious that there's different densities. Any tips? We talked about this a little bit earlier with the Conor McGregor kind of inspired guy. You're absolutely fine to go for the circle beard. Just know that sometimes it will not get as dense, right away. It might not be in something that you see within this year. You just want to make sure that you do not let the chin hair get out of control. If you don't want it to be if you don't want it to completely overshadow the mustache, because what will happen is it can end up looking so big underneath if the chin is coming out very fast and very dense that the mustache, you can see that example with mine to an extent, it just makes it look even smaller. So keep that in mind. I wouldn't suggest dyeing it. I'd never tell people to dye their beard right away. You're absolutely welcome to try it, but I would suggest keeping it neat and tidy. Let the mustache grow as much as it can in that time, and hopefully it will continue to grow out. Oh, thank God the air conditioning's back on. All right, why don't we say the last winner now, man?
All right.
Let's do the last winner, and then we'll answer one more question, and we'll get out of here.
It is NPI Kavia.
Sweet, that dude. Man, we cannot pronounce names today.
You win.
You're the winner.
I mean, they're getting free stuff. They can't make everything.
Yeah.
Sweet. All right, he's winner number 3. Cool. Let's answer one more question, and then let's get out of here, my dude.
Go back into the AC.
Yeah, that was pretty great. I'm not seeing any questions. That's too bad. Oh, here's one for Craig. We already answered one of his questions, but he's been a good dude and asking more than one question. What age did you first start growing your beard out for the first time? I first started growing a beard at, honestly, like 14 is when my when my facial hair first started coming in. It came in really dense in the cheeks and pretty much nowhere else. I'm going to be talking about that in next week's Yeared Update. Because it's week 23, I thought it was only fitting that I do my bearded journey, okay? Because I'm 23 years old. With that being said, I think that is a good one to end off on. Thank you guys so much. Congratulations to our winner. We will be sending you your gift cards momentarily after the stream ends. I've got to go to a meeting first, so I'll probably be a little bit more before you get your stuff. But thank you so much as always, guys. And keep on growing, okay? Sweet.